So welcome to this Exploring Difficulty meditation. Instead of shifting our focus back to the anchor as a thought, particularly a difficulty arise, the invitation here will be to allow this thought or feeling to remain in the mind. Then we look to shift the attention into the body and become aware of any physical sensations that come along with this thought or emotion. These sensations could be obvious or subtle, and seeing if we can use the body as a way to soften this difficulty and bring a sense of compassion to whatever is arising. Important to note that if you're choosing a difficulty, to pick something that's a 2 or a 3 out of 10 as opposed to an 8 or a 9 out of 10 until you feel comfortable with the process. So now coming to sit, settling in now as before. If you're sitting, the legs are uncrossed and the feet are flat on the floor. The hands are resting on the lap or coupled in each other. Maybe letting the shoulders drop. And the posture, as always, is comfortable but alert. So just taking a few moments now to become settled and grounded. And perhaps becoming aware of your breathing or your feet on the floor, or the contact with the seat. So just aware of the whole body sitting here now. And perhaps having that sense of arriving, just switching from doing to being. And so then, if you like, you might deliberately bring to mind a difficulty for a moment. Something that you don't mind staying with for a short while. When that difficulty comes to mind, allowing it to remain this time, to rest on the workbench of the mind, seeing it vividly. And if the difficulty is a thought, perhaps exploring if there's any emotions that come with that thought. Then when you're ready, letting the attention now drop into the body and tuning into any physical sensations that the difficulty is bringing with it. Intentionally directing the focus of attention now to this region of the body. And breathing into it, into that part of the body on the in-breath, and breathing out of it on the out-breath. So just exploring the sensations here now, cradling them in your awareness as you watch their intensity change and flux from moment to moment. And perhaps noticing any reaction to whatever is coming up for you. And holding these reactions too as well. And doing so with a spacious and compassionate awareness. It may be helpful to say to yourself, it's okay to feel this. Remembering that you don't have to like such feelings in the body. It's okay and it's natural to not want them to be around. Just seeing if you can be open to it just for this moment. Allowing them to be just as they are. If you notice that the sensations fade, then choosing whether to go back to the breath and go around again, bringing the same difficulty to mind, or perhaps a new one. And when it's arrived in the mind, allowing it to remain here. And again, shifting the attention then to where it's affecting the body. And wherever you feel it most vividly, using the breath now to see if you can bring a softness or a sense of gentle compassion. And breathe in and breathe out of any tension or difficulty that's arising in the body. And sensing the body as a whole now. And the tips of your toes right up through the legs, up through the torso, and right up to the top of the head. Just feeling the whole body breathing now. As this meditation comes to a close, becoming aware of any sounds in the room. Perhaps gently stretching. If the eyes have been closed, you can open them. Perhaps just taking in your immediate surrounds initially. And this exploring difficulty meditation is complete.